Hello, welcome to this video in which I'm going to analyze my sixth round game. I'm recording this video after finishing off the tournament. I made 4 points out of 9 and went out of the tournament with minus 20 feet. It wasn't a great tournament. The last round was a terrible game. Now I'm going to show you the sixth round because I think it was a good game, the majority of it. And well, but I have to analyze how to convert that position. I think it was mostly being more focused because I just made a silly blunder and my rook got kind of trapped and I found a resource that made my opponent accept a draw, but it was still lost. So I'm going to show you. I'm black. I repeated color completely annoying because I wanted to have an attacking game, but my opponent played the English. I wasn't even prepared for the English. I have a preparation for the English, of course, but it's kind more for playing defensively against really good players because I made a preparation against C4 when I had to, and it was against a 2100 federated player, and I made a really defensive. Actually, that preparation went to nothing because my opponent didn't play the call, so it was completely useless, my preparation, but it's still in my notes and I kind of remember it. But I wanted to play for the win, so I don't want to play that preparation. So I just played knight f6, and my opponent went to a transposition to the Catalan. And as I said, I wanted to play kind of for a win. H5 is a good move to play for a win, but then you're kind of allowing moves like knight c3 to getting to the 5, risky positions. I wanted a natural game, but kind of with pressure. So my opponent played bishop g2, I just played d5. c5 was a move too, but I don't like it much. And against d5, d4, of course, this is very natural. And I decided to play c6. Another move. c5 is good too, but c6 is just theory. I kind of know this type of position because we reach it with d4 too. So that I know the Catalan and I know this is playable. So I decided to just go for it. That's no problem. Knight f3, bishop e7, again another theoretical move. And against castle, I just castled back. Kind of, I don't know, just looking really close, the position, kind of annoying to get into this. But again, my opponent played bishop 4, I don't know if this is good. I just didn't think so. Yeah, it's not good, but it's theory. It didn't look good. I thought I could take in c4 then, but I just thought 95. Oh, alright. I thought I could take, but I didn't take it because I just wanted to keep the tension in the center. But it was probably not a good decision. But I still got a winning position after this, so that was not a problem. 97, 92, again, this kind of theory. 92, it seems like it's already not theory, and it's not a bad move. Oh, no, 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 I didn't play. Oh, yeah, I didn't play. Yeah, 97, yeah, okay, this is correct. 92, and after knight d2, rook e8, c2, another good move. It seems like I think this is still like kind of theory, but the engine says that it's not. But I still think this is probably well known. It's just the way to play. Of course, if Rarimo of his theory, it's not going to be a really interesting analysis. Knight f8 was kind of the same plan. I wanted to play in round three and didn't get to it. So I just kind of remembered the plan and wanted to play similar. But it's not the same because I'm never going to get the bishop out, so it doesn't make any sense. So it was not the same plan, but it was kind of similar the idea. Rook ac1. I thought rook ac1 was a good move. It seems like the engine says that rook d1 is smart, but I think that the rook of f believes in the wait, no, not believes, belongs. The rook of f belongs. Oh, wow, my English is so good and everything. Yep, I believe that's a joke. The rook of f belongs to d1 and the rook of a belongs to c1. So that's kind of logical. So I just thought it was kind of res- strange to bring it to the one, but it's I suppose it's to play rook e1 and e4, something like that. And my opponent played this. It's absolutely fine. Rook ac1. After rook ac1, I just played b6. I know this is not a good move. I just wanted to kind of. Oh no, it's a good move. I thought it wasn't. I just thought it was kind of really crazy to play a move like this, but it was absolutely fine. Oh, and it seems like this is fine. I just thought it was losing actually. Like C takes after calculating this with my opponent, I just thought it was kind of lost because now Bishop C7. I'm not dead. Bishop C7. I'm not dead. How? Yeah, Bishop C7 looks completely losing actually. But the very least, really bad. Look at this. I don't know if I knew I survived because I didn't lose material, but this looks really rough. Like 25 and 84, and that was just all my calculation. I just said, well, this doesn't look that bad. But I thought it was probably really bad for the engine. It doesn't seem so. I thought this was good in practical terms because I survived and got an open file, and it's not a bad position. But it seems for the engine, it's the same. Really. I thought the engine could punish this. Oh, a4 queen takes c2. We missed that. And my opponent and I, when we analyzed, we just completely missed that queen takes c2 is a good move. Yeah, of course. Also, queen b5 really good. That was my calculation, of course, but I thought it was wrong. I just said queen a6 actually. Like I don't know if the engine says the same after a4. A4 and queen a6. I don't know if it insults me after queen a6. That was my calculation. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Now I'm happy. I thought I had played a really bad game and my opponent didn't punish, but it seems that my calculation wasn't good because I just missed queen takes d2. That's completely crazy. But okay, a good evaluation with queen a6 could move. That was my calculation. Queen a6, that's fine. But I thought this for the engine would be terrible. I just thought, wow, the engine must insult me. Oh, what? Missing. I suppose I would have gotten queen takes e2 if I'm in the position, but of course it's annoying to not see it in calculation because I saw all of this when I played d6, but I thought the engine could punish. But because I didn't see a way to punish it, I just thought it was fine. And my opponent played the engine move 95, but I actually thought that takes stakes was quite stronger. But it doesn't seem so. 95, bishop b7, of course. It was all of a plan, of course. And now my opponent took. Okay, my connection is kind of bad now. Not terrible, but not good. Oh, knight takes d5 is good? Okay. I don't think so. Kind of an oversight. Knight takes d5. I don't know. Like, I cannot take because then the structure kind of improves e3 and but they're like horns supporting my. Oh, but I can play f6 then, trying to kick the. Oh, and then if knight takes e4, there was knight f6, and there's an isolated pawn. Yeah, that's very smart. Very smart. I didn't expect it. Okay. Yeah, in the games, I wasn't even thinking nearly as clearly as I was in the analysis. In the analysis, I was like, of course, I'm with the support of the engine in the analysis, but I can reason the moves and think a lot clearer, like way easier. Like I don't know, I understand the plans. But in the games, that was not like this. Here, my opponent played Queen C7. And I think here I'm better now. Like, well, not better, but I kind of equalized. Bishop a6. That was my move, my huge idea. Oh, queen takes c7 was good. Yeah, no, I don't think like that. I thought queen takes c8. Queen c8 was fine. I didn't like it. But queen takes c7 didn't even occur to me because rook takes and it looks terrible. I don't know. And of course, I just I shouldn't expect more from this. Now my opponent played bishop f3. Now knight g6. Now knight takes knight. After knight takes knight, I just, of course, I took back instantly with the h pawn. It's really natural to with the h pawn. Rook f e1. It seems like, and then I played. Oh, it seems like my opponent traded queens first. No, my opponent didn't trade queens. No, no. Harris played king f8. Oh, queen takes queen. It's with the same idea, I suppose. I wanted to play king f8 first, but queen takes queen, rook takes. I wanted to keep my bishop protected. King f8, oh, it's fine. It's like the same idea. Knight h5 wasn't even in my mind. Like I just completely ignored that move. It was good, but my opponent played bishop g2, not even caring about his own issues. Like he just wanted to do his thing. And now, of course, I take the queen. Like I'm just getting a file. Like now I'm sure that bishop takes is better. Yeah, it is. Oh, bishop takes is wrong. Oh, there's g5, and the bishop is going to be terrible. Okay, but that's okay. I just missed g5. Okay, but I think practically speaking, this win, and I'm clearly better. Like, because I'm just getting a pawn. Look at this. Rook e8, and look at this. Oh, now it's just that to just come back. Rook c1. My opponent did it in another way, in a more annoying way, I think. Rook e1, because now he gets active. Rook takes rook takes. Okay, I don't know why my connection is kind of falling. Okay, look, my connection is completely falling down. I don't know if you see it or not. Bishop takes c2. Oh, 98, and just the and the rook has to go back, and you don't get Oh, of course, that makes a lot of sense. Because now there's bishop f1. Well, bishop f1 was the move I thought about to make me trade the bishops, and I thought that was probably winning because I'm a pawn up, but of course it's doubled, so it doesn't make any a lot of sense to think I'm winning there. But I thought my opponent was going to play bishop f1, but my opponent played knight f3, and I think I just made worst mistake in concept. Like it doesn't even begin to make sense. Look, it's a third engine move, bishop takes knight, but it's completely crazy. Because why would I give him the bishop pair when I thought the bishop was going to be bad? Yeah, of course. Yeah, that makes sense. It's blocked by the pawn. In one move, the bishop begins to be good. Like bishop takes bishop, the bishop is going to the one, and it's a good bishop again. Like complete oversight. Like I just fixed myself thinking I was doing good, and not at all. And then I go king e8, another mistake I think. King e8, inaccuracy. And after king e8, bishop d1, really strong move. Complete oversight by me, of course, as I said. And now I play a6. And of course, this is not winning. I still think I'm kind of winning, but I just gave huge counterplan for my opponent. In the game, I was thinking I was still probably winning. Because mostly, practically speaking, because my opponent had really long time. Wait, I just went to the wrong variation, but okay. A6, rook b7 now, trying to pressure me. And I'm even. No, 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 no. What is he talking about? Look at this. A6. Look at the engine. I don't think the engine is going crazy or not. Okay, I'm going to pass the game a bit quicker. Rook b7. 7, bishop d8, another mistake. I was thinking about about knight d7, but I thought it was the same. My opponent had 30 seconds, so I was kind of trying to pressure him by time. Huge mistake to do that. That's not a good idea to try to pressure someone by time. When you got a good position and a huge time advantage, focus on the position and your opponent is going to blunder. But if you play accurately, your opponent is going to blunder because of the time. But if you try to pressure them by the time situation, expecting a blunder like that, you are going to make blunders too, and you might not win. That's what happened. Bishop d8, f3, a quick move he did to avoid losing by time. F3, but I have knight d7 here. I saw it. Now my opponent played a4. Quick move, really annoying. A4, rook c8. Again, I wasn't focused on the right things. Like, if I was focused on the right things, I would have probably seen bishop f6, getting a pressure pawn instantly. But I was thinking more about getting the rook active, trying to pressure him by time. So I was looking for the cheese, for the tricks. So, few mistakes. Rook c8, a5 now. I thought I could take. I didn't. I played b5. I thought I could take, but it doesn't look smart to take because what are you doing? Like, just play b5, but the bishop is really bad. So, what I did. Oh, I think I cannot take actually. Bishop a4. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bishop a4. I'm losing even. So that's have been a really crashing loss, like just missing bishop a4. I don't remember much about the game. It was like 2 days ago. I remember things, my plans, but I don't remember a lot of calculations because I played 3 games after that. So b5, rook a7, pressuring my pawn. That makes sense. I just played rook c6. I think there were a lot of other moves, like just take the pawn. Bishop takes a5. That was completely smarter. Don't allow any counter play. I'm just a pawn up. But play rook c6 again. Big move, trying to pressure him by time. Another stupid idea. Rook c6. Rook a8. My opponent actually played better in time pressure than normally. Rook a8, f6. And look, it's not equal. I don't think it was so bad. Now bishop b2. I think a huge mistake because now g5. It's not a huge mistake, it's an accuracy, but now g5. After g5, I thought I was just winning here. Bishop e3, I was winning. I still have to be really careful. Like, there are still ways to throw this completely. As I did. Bishop e2, no way. I'm right. Oh yeah, king e7. Good move, it seems. Now bishop d2, bishop c7. Like, never playing good. Now I started to think a bit more and trying to win by the position, but I think I made a mess in the other way. And then I just completely started to play as I was before. Bishop c7, good move. And after f4, I played rook c2 again, not using my time properly. But okay, this was fine. Like, I was just fine. Bishop b4 is an only move, of course. Bishop b4. Opponent instantly played it. Like, that gave him cycles too. So again, I have to abandon my idea. Bishop b4, king f7, rook a7. I think only move to keep up. It looks like bishop d3 is fine too. I thought, but then I had some moves like rook takes b2, and that should be fine. Oh, but then rook a7, rook takes bishop. Yeah, that should be winning that way. But of course, I wasn't sure at all. So rook a7, g takes f, and now like it seems like it's just a draw. I thought here I actually converted, but it seems like it's just a draw here. Hilarious. Now f5, really huge mistake. Just really wrong. F5. Now it's even better for him. And here I just after f5, my opponent blundered and played king f2. And again, as you saw, bishop c3 was a good move, as you saw. In that moment, bishop c3 was a really good move because I had to give up the position. But the good thing is like this. Imagine bishop c3, bishop takes f4. It was a huge idea. After bishop takes f4, I'm threatening the bishop and I'm getting a tempo by attacking your rook if you take. Now you have king f1. That's the funny thing. And now there's a draw by repetition by just checking. It's just checking. Look at this, like bishop takes f4. After bishop takes f4, rook takes knight, king e8. After king e8, there's bishop takes d5, and that should be equal because there's a passer, and I will just have to defend from that. So that's a huge oversight by me because I missed it two times. I guess you will see. My opponent played f5, my opponent missed 4 and played king f2, and I just played king f6. I think huge mistake, and I'm lost. I think I'm not lost, but there's bishop c3. Oh, and as you see, I had bishop takes f4. I went for another line that was the lost. Look at this. That Third move, knight f8. It was my move, plus 1.8. That lost. Bishop takes f4 was my huge idea. Bishop takes f4, bishop takes h2. I didn't like my odds in that endgame. But probably with low time from him, I could try to even win. But I didn't like my odds, so I just played knight f8, probably too quickly too. And I just calculated this. After rook takes knight, I just had calculated b4. It seems like that was lost, I think. But of course, I offered to draw after b4, trying to avoid him calculating. Like, if he calculates this, I think he would instantly avoid refuse to draw. But my opponent had 3 seconds, I don't know, 30 seconds to calculate all of this. And before 30 seconds, like I think he got what, probably 31 or 32, because in the last move he got 2 seconds or something like that. And here, of course, the move is bishop takes before. Like everyone knows that bishop takes before is the move here. Like bishop takes before, rook, bishop takes knight, and I'm going to get the other pawn, but you're going to get the a pawn, and that's probably losing. That was my huge idea. I knew I was lost there, but of course I didn't see anything else. I just thought bishop takes pawn was probably losing too. Of course, it was a huge mistake by me, just thinking that before was fine. I knew it was probably losing, but I thought that I could try to hold. In the other way, I didn't think so. But huge misevaluation by me in the round. And my opponent just here just accepted to draw. I don't know why. Like I was even with 30 seconds, I would have probably played bishop takes before bishop takes knight. Play on. Like you're never going to lose that. But I offered the draw thinking he won't calculate. He has a little time. I can try to offer the draw. And here he accepted and I got a draw after a really good game at first and huge mistakes at the end, like 78%. Terrible. And I want to look at the rating. 915 3-minute splits. That's kind of bad. That's actually kind of bad. But okay, that's well, I think it's deserved. Like I don't deserve anymore. Rating and 78% of accuracy, not good either. Like look at this. Like you can see, in the first round I played it against a 1500, completely lost with a really bad game. Then in the fifth round, I won, but again, a bad game. In the sixth round, I made a draw. I was winning and I threw it, and I could have lost the game if my opponent didn't accept the draw. So, really lucky. So, the sixth round was a decent result, but a really bad game. And as you see, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth were probably the worst games, and probably the most important ones. Like I had to win those games to try to get a good, a good feed game, to a good punctuation, to everything. I needed that, but I just didn't. And the most important rounds, I made 1.5 against lower rated opponents in 3 rounds, and of course in that 3 other rounds against 2 high-rated opponents and 1 lower, I made just 1 point. So, of course, that and then the last 3 rounds after the rest day, that I think I played much better until the ninth game, in which I said I played terribly, and it's completely true. So, thank you for seeing. Bye. Sorry if the video is too long.